Dear students, today we learn about the type conversion. All of you aware about the different data types available in C language, but in some situations you need to convert one data type into another data type. Actually, there are the two different ways for the type conversion or the typecasting operations. So before going to this, first of all, you understand the meaning of typecasting. Typecasting is converting one data type into another one. It is also called as data conversion or type conversion. C language provides you the two different types of typecasting operations. The first is implicit typecasting and the another one explicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting, in this, the type conversion happens automatically when value is copied to its compatible data type. During this conversion, the strict rules for type conversion are applied. If the operands are of two different data types, then an operand having lower data type is automatically converted into the higher data type. And you will get clear with this following example. See, in this example, I have taken the variable a of the type integer and assigned the value 100. Another variable b of the type double and assign the value 12.5. After this, I just do the addition a plus b. Here, one operand is of the type integer and other is of the type double. So what will be the result? Here the one operand is integer and other operand is double. The variable a will be converted to double and the result of the overall operation will be double. And you will get the answer as a 112.50000. Means here the smaller data type is integer and the higher data type is double. And when you do the addition a plus b, then automatically the smaller data type will be converted into the higher data type, that is the data type is converted into the double, and hence your final result will be of the type double. Another type is the explicit type conversion. In this category, the working is same, means you convert one data type into another, but this explicit type conversion is done explicitly according to the user's requirement, and that's why it is called as the explicit type conversion. The general form of typecasting is type name expression. Before this expression, you just insert the data type in which you want to do the explicit type conversion. With this example, you will clear the concept explicit type conversion. Here I have taken the two variables of the type integer, male and female, and the value 10 is assigned to the variable male and 3 is assigned to the variable female, and after that just I want to find out the ratio of male to female. So the general statement to find out the ratio is ratio equal to into the bracket float male divided by female, and here you just note down the male and female both the variables are of the type integer, and after division or after integer division you will get the answer in a decimal point or in a fractional part. So that's why here it is a need to convert this data type into the float. Forcefully convert this integer into the float, otherwise what will happen, otherwise you will get the answer in an integer in whatever the fractional part or the decimal part that will be truncated, and your answer will not be correct. So that's why in this situation you have to forcefully convert the integer data type into the float so that you will get the correct answer. And after that, just I have printed the value of that ratio by using the printf statement with the percent %f data format specifier. and hence the output will be 3.3333. So the operator float convert the variable male from integer to float for execution of this expression only, and this is called casting a value or typecasting. Another concept is the library functions. So what do you mean by the library functions? There are some functions, ready-made functions, and some that ready-made functions are also called as the built-in functions, and which are available in the C language library. You have only five functions: ABS, SQRT, power, POW, sale, and floor. The C compiler supports the basic math functions. These functions are library functions, or it is also called as built-in functions, and are available in a file math.h. Means if you want to perform the operations with the help of these library function, then you must include the file math.h using hash include hash include mat.h or stlib.h. Okay, the first function is a abs function. What do you mean by abs? Abs means absolute. This function returns the absolute value of a given number or of a given integer. The absolute value of a number is always positive. Only integer values are supported in C. stdlib.h header file supports the abs function in a C language, and the syntax of this abs function is as below. Abs into the bracket integer n means this abs function will take only one parameter, only one argument of the type integer. So in the following example, just I have taken the two different values. One is positive and one is negative, and after that you will see the what will be the output, so that the concept will get clear. So in this example, just I have taken the two different variables x and y of the type integer, and just I have assigned the value 100 to the variable x and minus 500 to the variable y, and just I want to perform the operation as a absolute value. So for that I have used here the abs function. So what will be the statement? The statement is integer x equal to abs into the bracket 100. Here the and after assigning the values 100 to the x and minus 500 to the y, just I print here the value of that x and y. So after completion of this uh, code execution, you will get the output as the absolute value of x equal to 100. Why? Because x equal to 100, this value is positive, and always remember that the abs function will return always the positive number, positive value. So that's why it returns as it is, because 100 is the positive value. So that's why you will get as it is result. But in another case, here I have assigned the value minus 500 to the variable y, and after applying the abs function to the minus 500 value, you will get the result plus 500. Means the abs function will return the positive values. So that's why here you will get the output as a 500, not minus 500. The next function is a sqrt function. If you want to find out the square root of particular number or any given number, then in that situation you have to use sqrt function. Again, this function will take only one argument of the type double, and it returns the double value, and that's why here the return data type is double. With this example, you will get the clear idea about how to use the sqrt function. So just here I want to calculate the square root of 225.0 and 300.0, and just I use this sqrt function in the printf statement. After execution of this code, you will get the answer as a 15.00, because 225 is the square root of 15, and this the square root of 300 is 17.320 something. So the squarity function is generally used to find out the square root of a given number. The next function is POW. POW means what? Power function. Generally, this function is used to find the power of given number. Math.h is the header file, and this header file supports the power function in a C language. The general syntax of power function is it takes the two different arguments of the type double, base and exponent. It returns the value double, and hence here the return data type is double. In this example, just I include the math.h file just before the beginning of the program. After that, just I want to calculate the power of different two numbers. In the first example, just I use here power 2.0 comma 4.0. What is 2.0? 2.0 is a base and 4.0 is an exponent. So what does it mean? The meaning is that 2 raised to 4. 2 raised to 4 means 16, and at the output you will get the result 2 power 4 is equal to 16.000. Why you will get the result 0.000? Because the data type is double, and that's why you will get the output or the value in a double. The second example is power 5 comma 3 means 5 is the base and 3 is the exponent, means 5 raised to 3, and hence you will get the output as a 125, means 5 into 5 into 5 means you just multiply 5 3 times. In second example, in the first example you just multiply 2 4 times, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and that's why you will get the output as a 16 and 125.00. The next function is CEIL function, CEIL. C library function CEIL returns the smallest integer value greater than or equal to x, and the general form of CEIL is as below. The CEIL function takes the one argument of the type double, and it also returns the double value. That's why in the syntax here the return data type as a double. In the following example, I have taken the two different variables a and b of the data type float and assign the value. The first value 1.6 is assigned to the variable a, and after that just I use here a value 1 equal to percent dot 1 f uh, 0.1 f CEIL into the bracket a, means you just remember that this CEIL function just round up to the nearest integer. Here the value of x is 1.6 and you just round up. So 1.6 is round up into the 2, and that's why you will get the result 2. In case of value 2, you will get the result minus 2.8 means what? Minus 2, not a minus 3, because the purpose of this CEIL function is it returns the smallest integer value greater than or equal to x, and that's why minus 2.8 it just round up into the minus 2, not a minus 3, because minus 2 is bigger than minus 2.8. And exactly reverse in case of the floor function. The syntax is very similar. It takes only one argument of the type double. The difference is that it returns the largest integer value less than or equal to x. So you should only remember this floor function rounds down the nearest integer. In case of CEIL, it rounds up. In case of floor, it rounds down, and you will clear with the following example. Here the same values I have used here. A equal to 1.6 and b equal to minus 2.8. After applying this floor function, floor into the bracket a and floor into the bracket b, you will get the output as a 1.0. Why 1.0? Because the input is 1.6, and what is the purpose of floor function? The floor function rounds down, and that's why 1.6 round down to the 1, and you will get the value 1 into the output, not a 2, because it just round down. And in case of the minus 2.8, it is exactly opposite. Minus 2.8, it rounds down, and you will get the answer minus 3, because minus 3 is less than the minus 2.8, and that's why you will get the answer minus 3.0. Thank you. The third chapter is over, and in the next lecture, I will start the fourth unit. Thank you once again.